I have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in Gala Games. In this video, I explain why, the lessons I learned so you don't have to repeat the same mistakes, and what I'm doing now.
On-chain gaming.
We have a lot to talk about in this video, and I am honestly making this video mostly for myself. This is going to be the last time, by the way, that I ever talk about Gala Games on this channel. Some of you watching this are going to be like, this is the last time you're ever making a video, you never post. And that is completely fair, but yeah, we have to talk about Gala Games, not because I want to, but just because probably 50% of the people that were actually into Gala Games either heard about them through this channel, or I was their main news source, so completely dropping off. I feel a little bit bad because a lot has happened and you guys deserve to know about some of that. Then I want to talk a little bit about just what I've been doing. Why have I literally not posted for 235 days on on-chain gaming? And there's been a lot. I've been hopping around a bit. I need to talk about that. And then finally, I want to talk just for a moment about my current views on the metaverse, on crypto gaming, and on where things are now and where they're potentially headed in the future, just as the entire industry goes. So starting off, let's talk about Gala Games. And I do have to be careful here, guys, because when I was a partner with Gala, when they were paying me $dollars a month to make content, I signed an agreement which was a non-disparagement agreement that literally goes forward indefinitely, and I don't want to have to pay lawyers to actually figure out what I can and can't say. So personally, I am not ever going to put another dollar into anything that Gala Games does. The biggest thing that I was most excited about when I first started on-chain gaming was a game that they were working on called Mirandus, which is a massive multiplayer online role-playing game, literally trying to create a new digital world where there's real commerce, real capitalism, real businesses, and everything like that, that like just really got me excited about what a real money video game economy could be like. And what does Gala do? Well, they go and ruin it. They literally fired Michael McCarthy's entire team, and then Michael McCarthy just quit. So the whole team that was working on Mirandus is bye-bye. They're now working on another project. Maybe I'll make a video about that in the future. And yeah, I've just lost all faith in them, to be completely honest. If you guys don't know, the founder sued the CEO sued the founder. A bunch of games that launch on Gala have sued Gala, and I just don't want to be a part of any of that anymore. So this is the last time that you're ever going to hear Gala Games come out of my mouth. That's it. Let's move on, and let's move forward to I need to be careful what I say, but people who actually care about what they're building and actually care about their users and the future of crypto gaming, which, yeah, I was mistaken. So, I want to talk about what I've been up to, but actually let's keep talking about crypto, for a little bit longer here, and do the third thing that I mentioned second. So the current state of crypto gaming, how do I feel about it? So, I still think there is going to be a really great future for crypto games. However, I think that future is probably a lot further away than a lot of us hoped. There needs to be a massive change in people's thoughts and feelings about real currencies in the metaverse, in gaming. And the reason for this is because as soon as this started blowing up, it was just hella scammers that poured into this thing. Everyone who was working on a crypto game came from the crypto space, not the gaming space, had no idea how to make games, and literally crypto gaming was a way to steal money from venture capital and steal money from naive, optimistic investors like you and I. And even those with good intentions just didn't have the experience. So I think a lot of people now just have kind of a sour taste in their mouth when they think about all the crypto games that they invested in, all of the NFTs that they bought, that sort of thing. There's just a lot of healing that needs to happen. And the other thing is, the entire idea that everyone could come in and everyone could make money is just absolutely foolish, because the way that markets work is, in order for someone to take money out, someone else has to put money in, which means at the very core of crypto games, there has to be something that's fun that people want to play, even if it wasn't on the blockchain at all. The problem is, as soon as real gamers heard that something was on the blockchain, for the most part, 80% of them, maybe 90% of them, they just no longer had any interest in playing it or trying it at all because of that sour taste that I just mentioned. They're like, oh, this game just exists to steal money from me. Why would I ever want to get into it? Why would I want to think about this at all? Why would I want to even give this a shot? So yeah, there's that massive divide there that makes it really hard. And the only way for anyone to make money in crypto gaming, to be completely clear, is if the majority of people are playing the game because they're enjoying playing the game and have no desire to make any money. If 80% of the people only care about leveling up their character and being cooler in the world and actually just having a fun time in that universe, then sure, 20% of people can make money in that world. But with crypto gaming, it's like 80% of the people want to make money and only 20% actually want to play games, and that's probably being generous. So the whole space is just in a really bad spot. The other thing is that venture capital is one of the most difficult and riskiest areas of investment that exists, which is why the government has a law that unless you have over $1 million and are considered like a sophisticated investor, you literally can't even participate in venture capital deals. And even though venture capital it is that risky, even though they can literally get all of the information about the companies that they're investing in. So it's very, very risky. And before a venture capital investor invests in a new company, they can see their revenue, they can see their growth, they can see their expenses, they can literally see their burn rate, they know the total cash they have, the whole runway that they have. They literally know every single thing about the company that they can possibly know. They do a ton of due diligence, and it's still one of the riskiest ways to invest ever. And somehow, and I was foolish for thinking this, somehow we thought that we were gonna make money buying coins that these brand new crypto gaming companies were releasing, when we're not, first of all, we're not getting any ownership in the actual company itself. They're not promising us any returns or anything like that because it's literally illegal, and we have no insight into anything inside the company. So we don't know any of those facts about revenue, runway, burn rate, nothing like that. And we expected that we weren't gonna get burned? How stupid was I to suggest that there was going to be a ton of returns and most people weren't going to get burned? It's like, guys, in Miranda's, literally, I have lost over $200,000 personally in my Miranda's investment. So with all of that said, like I said at the beginning, I still think that real economies, real digital economies have a future. But it's going to be a slow build. It's going to be an incredible game that introduces a couple NFT aspects to it and slowly moves in that direction. We need balanced economies. We can't have another Axie Infinity. Now, actually, Axie Infinity, it might be one of the most promising things out there now that they worked out a lot of stuff. But to be completely honest, guys, I have not been spending really any time thinking about crypto gaming recently over the last 200 days. And part of the reason that I stopped making videos is that I think, well, those of you watching this might still be super into it, but the majority of the subscribers on this channel, of the 123,000 people that are still subscribed, literally dozens of people are unsubscribing every single day, which makes total sense. But of the 123K that are still subscribed, most of them are not paying any attention to the space anymore either, because they got burned, because they have that sour taste in their mouth, because they started to realize the reality of the things that I've been talking about in this video. And I'm not making this video like for you guys. I know this is not going to make those of you guys who are still super excited about crypto gaming, it's not going to make you like me more, but I'm just being honest. I'm making this video for myself. So now let's talk about what I've been up to. So a lot of you guys know that kind of towards the end of when I was actually posting videos, actually most of you probably have no idea, like let's be honest. I launched something called magicbook.com, and I was like, I'm gonna make this AI story creator that's gonna help authors. It's gonna literally be a book you can open up and it will tell you the exact story that you want to read, no matter the mood that you're in or who you are. And I still think it's a great idea. I still think that if I pursued it, I might need to pivot a couple times. I have some pivot ideas, but I still think that it would work. But what happened is I brought a co-founder on who's a technical co-founder. I did a lot of the original coding myself, just with AI helping me write the code. My co-founder came on. He changed the language of the app to a different language that he was more familiar with. So he updated the whole thing, kind of copied it over to a new language, made it all live, integrated payments, all of this stuff, and really kind of moved it out of reach of me being able to continue to work on it. Which I was fine with, because I'm like, I'm gonna work on the promotional side, I'm gonna work on the channels, the outreach channels, the marketing, the vision, that sort of thing. But then he ended up having a lot of pretty serious life things. Like he got divorced, he was really looking for stability, so he quit Magic Book and got a job at Amazon, which I can't really blame him for, but I kind of then felt like I was in a place where I couldn't move forward on it, because now it's in a different language. He has it integrated to all these sites that I don't know how to use, and yeah, I kind of felt like, okay, maybe I should try something else, that I'm not reliant on someone else to continue moving forward. And that's kind of a bit of a false dichotomy in my mind, because I can learn all those things. I am smart enough, I am capable. And like I said, if I do want to keep moving it forward, if I decide that is where I want to spend my time, I know that I can succeed on it. But I did kind of create a little bit of that false dichotomy in my mind where, okay, well, I guess this is kind of derailed now. I need to figure out something else. So that's the first thing that I tried. After that, I really started getting excited about AI music generation, and literally started creating and publishing dozens and dozens of songs. I literally spun up like, I think 6 or 7 different AI artists and released multiple albums for each of those artists and was publishing them across a bunch of different platforms. And I was having a lot of fun with that. Really, it was an exciting time. But actually making money out of it, I started to realize, like, this is a whole new realm. And I've been doing YouTube for 14 years, actually 15 years now. And it was 4 years before I figured out how to make any money with YouTube, right? So the first 4 years I was just doing it for fun. So once again, can I succeed with music? Totally. I have tons of ideas for how I could make instrumentals, sell instrumentals to actual musicians. Like I could set up a Shopify store. Like there's different ways that I could actually make this work. But one of my banes recently has been, since on-chain gaming, I just have been jumping from good idea to good idea to good idea. And good ideas are not how you become a success in this world. Persistence, sticking with one thing and not giving up is how you succeed in this world. So jumping from one idea to the next is how you fail. It's how you never accomplish anything. Like there is no end to good ideas. There's no end to opportunities. Saying no to the idea and saying, I'm gonna stick to the thing that I'm working on now, even though it started to get difficult, that is how you succeed. And I'm talking to myself right now. I am literally preaching to myself, number one. I'm making this video for myself. So after the music stuff started to get like really difficult, I felt like, well, there's no reason to keep making songs. I've now published tons of songs that are getting no listens, no traction, nothing like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start working on my Jake's Top 10 channel again. If you guys don't know, I have another channel, Jake's Top 10, that has close to 1 million subscribers. The problem is, I was working on it since I was like 14 or 15 years old, and YouTube constantly demonetizes me. That channel literally has been demonetized like a dozen times. Why? Well, because I'm making content in the gray area between, do I actually have the right to monetize, do I not? I started monetizing it through music because I kept getting music claims, so other people were stealing my revenue. And I was like, well, I'll steal my own revenue with my own songs. And I was able to make a couple $100,000 that way through claiming my own videos, but then YouTube cracked down on that. They're like, you can't claim your own videos with your own music, which doesn't make any sense. I hate Google as a company. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna get back to working on Jake's Top 10. And that was something that was fun for a little bit until once again I got demonetized again. I'm like, I've literally been fighting Google for like 8 years of my life. I don't want to spend the rest of my life just fighting Google. Let me do something else. So like I said, I've been hopping. So I just made my entire Jake's Top 10 library public, gave up on being monetized on that channel. So literally in the last like 2 weeks, because I went from a ton of videos being private to them all being public, the views on Jake's Top 10 have jumped by over 400 million views on that channel, because I have literally tons of videos with almost 100 million views on that channel that I just made them all public, right? So that channel jumped 400 million views, and now it's getting like almost 100,000 views a day, but I'm not making any money off of it because I just kind of gave up. I gave up on fighting Google anymore on that. So after the Jake's Top 10 thing, I have now been recently, I think the last 3 weeks, maybe the last month, I've been working on e-commerce and drop shipping. So yeah, hey, look at this, another great idea. Like this will work for me. And that's starting to get hard now, right? I love learning stuff, guys. I just absolutely love learning stuff. So the first couple weeks they were so exciting because I'm learning all this stuff that I have never actually learned before. I was learning how to do product research. I was learning how to build a Shopify store, which literally I never made a Shopify store before, which now that I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on, I'm like, how? I never made a Shopify store. I could have made so much money selling my own stuff instead of shilling stuff for sponsors that don't care about the customer. It's like, YouTube would have been so much better if I had my own Shopify stores instead of shilling out to all these random companies that don't care about you. But that's beside the point. I was learning about Facebook marketing, TikTok marketing, and all of this stuff. So I've launched 2 Shopify stores, and now I've had, I think, 3 failed products so far. And by failed products, I mean, I create the product page for it, literally order the product, shoot photos, make the whole page, start shooting ads, making like 5-6 ads. I even paid an agency to make ads. So I was kind of testing agency ads for these products against my own ads I was making for these products, advertising them on Facebook, advertising them on TikTok. So I've done this 3 times for one store. All 3 products failed. I mean, I've had, I think, about $1,000 in revenue across these products. And I was selling them all for like a decent markup, but the problem is none of the ads actually had positive return on ad spend. So I literally burned thousands of dollars now. On the other store, I'm currently testing one product, but it's really failing too. I've been running ads for about a week and a half now on that. I just launched a second ad campaign with brand new ads that I just made. They're not really performing much better than the first ones were. So now I'm kind of on my 4th failed dropshipping product, and I'm really trying to figure out, like, what do I want to do? Like, I'm putting my foot down. There's no new ideas, okay? I've had enough new ideas. I am going to continue pursuing one of these things that I already have started. So I am either putting my foot down and saying, we're gonna make on-chain gaming work, or Jake's Top 10 work, or Magic Book work, or the music stuff work, yeah, like, or dropshipping work. No new ideas. I need to be persistent on one of these things that I've already started. So that's where I am right now. I'm trying to figure it out. So that's why I'm filming an on-chain gaming video right now. Because I'm not sure what I need to do, and I just wanted to talk to you guys and let you guys know what's up. So I look forward. I mean, part of the reason I stopped making content was all the hate comments that we started getting, which made sense. I mean, the whole space was falling apart. As the biggest content creator in the space, of course, I'm going to get a ton of hate. And I let that get to me way too much. So I really don't care anymore. So I look forward to reading your guys' hate comments. I know that is the vocal minority. And I think my skin's gotten quite a bit thicker through this whole situation. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about why I'm making content. And yeah, that's enough of my rant, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed me coming back and making a video, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And maybe I'll see you guys again for more videos. I haven't been researching this space for those. So, and I don't know, I need to decide if it's something I want to do. I have still been playing games. I play a decent amount of StarCraft, not a ton, especially like the first couple weeks dropshipping, or the first couple weeks doing any of these new things. I completely stopped playing games altogether. But I know when stuff's starting to get difficult in a new startup, because all of a sudden I start playing more games again, which probably isn't good. I need to get balanced with a little bit of gaming and a ton of focus the whole time so that I can stay persistent. But enough rambling, guys. See you in the next one.